Techs are sabotaging your MSP, and they have no idea they're doing it. In fact, they think they're being helpful. Here's the deal. Every single day, your techs are creating chaos that's costing you thousands in lost efficiency, frustrated clients, and your own sanity. And here's the kicker. It's not their fault. It's yours. I've watched over 500 MSPs struggle with the exact same problem. And if you don't fix it in the next 90 days, you'll be joining the graveyard of failed MSPs who thought they could muscle through with pure technical talent. But by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your team creates chaos instead of consistency. And I'll give you the exact framework that's worth about $1 million if you implement it. I promise you. I'm Manny Palachuk. For 15 years, I've been helping MSPs go from operational chaos to systematic success. And what I'm about to show you is literally the difference between MSPs that scale to the next level and MSPs that fail. Because let's be honest, you didn't start your MSP to babysit grown adults or to work 60-hour weeks fixing the same problem over and over. You started it to build something, to get to the next level. So let's fix this. And by the way, if you want the complete MSP freedom framework that's helped hundreds of MSPs transform from chaotic to systematic success, check out the link at mannypalachuk.com/playbook. It's got everything you need to take your business to the next level. Main point number 1, the hidden sabotage. Let me paint a picture that's probably happening in your MSP right now. Tech number 1 comes on board. When there's only one of you, you teach them what you know, and they're left to their own devices. They muddle through, they figure out which PSA statuses they need, which ones they don't need, and which ones they don't understand. They just stay away from those. It's like teaching someone to drive by throwing them the keys and saying, figure it out. Then you hire tech number 2, and guess who trains them? Tech number 1. Now you've got what you know and how you want to use the system, what employee 1 thinks they know and how they use it, and then employee 2 learning from employee 1. And they're not the same as you, not even close. It's like a game of telephone, except instead of a funny, misleading message at the end, you get operational chaos that's bleeding money. Research shows that organizations without standardized processes experience service quality deterioration, extended training periods that cost 40% more, and client retention challenges that can kill your growth entirely. Think about it. If you ask all the technicians right now to reset a password for a client, how many different methods would you see? 5 techs, 5 different approaches. One's using the PSA, one's using a spreadsheet they created, one's doing it directly in Active Directory, one's got their own little system. It's chaos. And here's what this really means for your business. You're not running a business, you're managing expensive chaos. Every day, every ticket, every client interaction is a roll of the dice. Will they get the tech who documents everything, or the one who fixes it and forgets to log it? Will they get consistent service, or will it depend on who picks up the phone? This isn't just frustrating, it's financially devastating. When every tech has their own method, you can't train people efficiently. You can't predict outcomes. You can't scale. You're stuck in a technical prison, and the walls are getting smaller every day. Main point number 2, why just fix shit is killing your profits. Here's my favorite thing to say about techs. They just want to fix shit. That's their nature. It's why we hired them. They're good problem solvers, and God bless them for it. But without systems, that instinct becomes your biggest liability. It's like having a team of race car drivers, but no track, no rules, and no finish line. They're all going fast, sure, but they're going in different directions. One tech works tickets newest to oldest because that's what the client expects. Another works highest priority first but ignores anything over a week old. And a third one cherry picks the easy wins to boost their numbers. Let me tell you what this looks like in real life. Your clients are getting inconsistent service. One day their issue is resolved in an hour, the next day it takes 3 days for the same type of problem. Your team is stepping on each other's toes, duplicating work, or worse, assuming everyone else is handling it. And you're the one getting the angry phone calls at 7 p.m. on a Friday because something fell through the cracks. The operational chaos of inconsistent processes creates what we call knowledge management breakdown. When every tech has their own method, tribal knowledge becomes your worst enemy. Tech number 1 knows that client X has that weird printer setup. Tech number 2 knows the workaround for that software bug. But what happens when tech number 1 is on vacation and tech number 2 calls in sick? Chaos. Research backs this up. Team members often resist standardization because they view it as constraints on their autonomy. They think, I'm faster doing things my way. But here's what they don't understand. Chaos is slower than process, always. What this means for you is simple but painful. Every day you don't fix this, you're choosing chaos over growth. You're choosing to be the bottleneck. You're choosing to miss your kid's recital because only you know how to fix that one client's issue. Is that really the business you want to build? Main point number 3, the $1 million solution. The run guide framework. All right, here's the deal. The only way around this is a run guide, not suggestions, not guidelines, not best practices that everyone ignores. A run guide. I figured this out 25 years ago. I knew this and I documented it. I put each process in its own little document with its own name, living in a structure that's easy to find, easy to get to. No hunting through folders. I think it's in that email from 6 months ago. It's there, it's clear, it's followed. Let me break down the framework, what I call the 10 golden rules. This is the foundation that will transform your MSP. First, one issue, one ticket, period. No bundling, no while I'm here additions. One issue, one ticket. Second, all work is done against a ticket. I don't care if it takes 30 seconds. No ticket, no work. Third, track time in real time or as close to it as possible. Not at the end of the day when you're trying to remember what you did at 9 a.m. Fourth, set up priorities. P1, P2, P3, P4. And everyone needs to know what these mean. P1 isn't client is upset. P1 is the entire company is down. Fifth, set statuses that make sense. New to in progress, to waiting on, to closed. Not 47 different statuses that no one understands. Now here's where it gets tactical. You document the flow of a technician's day. And I mean document it like you're explaining it to a 5-year-old. They come in the morning. They check their voicemail. They check their email. Are they scheduled to be somewhere? Good. Have your shit ready and be there on time. Not scheduled anywhere? Go work the board you're assigned to. Work highest priority, lowest priority, oldest to newest. That's it. And then we have swim lanes. What's a swim lane? Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. If you're a Tier 1, you're on support desk, you've got blinders on. You're only taking Tier 1 tickets from the oldest to the newest, from highest priority to the lowest priority. You don't cherry pick, you don't skip around, you work the system. Here's what this looks like in practice. Monday morning, 8 a.m., tech walks in, checks voicemail, nothing urgent. Checks email, client confirming appointment for tomorrow. Checks calendar, no on-site visits today. Opens PSA, filters their board, sorts by priority, then date. Starts with the P1 ticket from Friday afternoon. Documents everything as they go, closes the ticket, moves to the next one. No decisions, no confusions, no chaos. If you implemented just what I spewed out in the last 2 minutes, it would significantly change how you operate. I promise you, you'll be more organized than you are now. This isn't theory. This is what I've used to help hundreds of MSPs get to the next level. Main point number 4, why most MSPs never fix this. Now here's the uncomfortable truth. Most MSP owners think the solution is hiring more techs. If I just had one more person, we could handle all this. Wrong, dead wrong. You're just multiplying chaos. Think about it like this. If you have a leaky bucket, adding more water doesn't fix the leak. It just means you're wasting more water. Same with your techs. More people without process equals more chaos, not less. Research shows that team members resist standardization because they view it as a constraint on their autonomy. Your techs think process slows them down. I can fix this faster my way. But here's what they don't understand and what you need to help them see. Chaos is slower than process, always. When everyone knows the process, they can focus on what they do best, solving problems, not figuring out how to work, not reinventing the wheel every time, not trying to document what the last tech did, just solving problems. Here's the mindset shift you need to make, and you need to help your team make too. You're not constraining your techs, you're freeing them. When everyone knows the process, when everyone works the same way, magic happens. Knowledge transfers seamlessly. New techs onboard in days, not months. Clients get consistent service every time. But here's the real kicker. Without this, you can't scale. You literally cannot grow beyond a certain point because every new person you add increases the complexity exponentially. It's not linear growth, it's chaos multiplication. Stop hiring your way out of process problems. Fix the system first. Then scale the team. Get to the next level by building the foundation, not by adding more floors to a crumbling building. So here's what we've covered today. Your techs aren't sabotaging you on purpose. They're doing it because you never gave them a real system. The cost of this chaos is killing your profits, your growth, and honestly, your sanity. But the solution is simpler than you think. Implement the Run Guide framework. Set those 10 golden rules. Document the flow of a technician's day. Create swim lanes. Make it so clear that a brand new tech could walk in tomorrow and know exactly what to do. This is how you go from chaos to consistency, from working 60-hour weeks to actually running a business, from missing family events to being present. This is how you get to the next level. And look, there's a lot more to this. Between the courses I teach, the IT Service Run Guide, and Agile Service Delivery Masterclass, there's a whole lot more I can give you. But even if you just implement what I've shared today, I promise you'll be more organized than you are now. Now you understand why your techs are creating chaos. But here's what most MSP owners get wrong when they try to fix it. They try to implement everything at once, and their team revolts. In my next video, I'll discuss much more on the documentation of your system and show you exactly how to roll out these systems without your team pushing back. Watch it next and learn the implementation secrets that make all the difference.